Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video might seem like a little wait what, and I didn't get to upload my 38-week bump date this past week because, as you can hear, I ended up giving birth during my 37th week. So this is going to be my 1 week postpartum update. You'll also get to meet my baby girl, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into everything that's gone on this past week. I do want to say I will be putting out a separate video on my labor and delivery, as well as my feelings postpartum, because I feel like it's not something that a lot of people talk about enough. And if you don't already follow me on my Instagram and stuff, definitely make sure that you do, because I do mention some things there. I like to talk about my progress and how I'm feeling, and sometimes it's just easier to keep up on Instagram than it is on YouTube. But yeah, so I ended up giving birth last Friday, August 2nd, 2019. I was 37 weeks and 4 days pregnant when I gave birth, and she came out super healthy. So yeah, she was born super healthy. Thankfully, she was born at 5 pounds 12 ounces, and she was born via C-section. So that's that. As far as the recovery goes, it's been a pretty good recovery. Honestly, I can't complain at all. My incision is very low, like way below my panty line. So that's really nice. It's been a week and a day since she was born, and I actually didn't take my first shower until yesterday, just because I was so scared about getting the sutures wet, even though the instructions say to clean it with soap and water, pat dry, all of that. I don't know, I'm just really paranoid when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I was like, let me just sponge bath until I feel comfortable enough to actually get the incision wet. But it was done with dissolvable stitches on the inside and then glued shut, and then I have the suture tape on top. So that's how my incision is, and it is a vertical incision. I'm sorry, and it is a horizontal incision. I don't even think people do the vertical ones anymore, but yeah. So 1 week has been amazing with this little one. I cannot get enough of her. The C-section was obviously not planned, so when my family came down to visit, well, technically they came up, my family and Michael's family came up. My mom couldn't stay the full week, but she did stay from Saturday up until Tuesday to help, and then Michael's mom, who's an angel, actually decided to stay all the way up until today to help me, because obviously a C-section recovery is a little bit more than a vaginal delivery recovery, obviously depending on the degree of the tear, but for the most part, C-sections are very it's a major surgery, so it takes a lot, and there were a lot of things that I couldn't do in the beginning, so I'm really grateful that she was here. And Michael was actually also off that full week as well. He started again yesterday, Friday, so yeah. The first few days in the hospital, they want you to get up and walk. That's the best thing that they recommend for you to do. I was taking 3 different type of pain medications in the hospital. I was given Oxy, Tylenol, and ibuprofen once I was discharged. So I had the baby on Friday. I was discharged on Sunday, just because my healing was so good. Baby looked good. They didn't have a reason to keep me a 3rd day. I didn't really want to be there a 3rd day, so yeah. So I got to leave on Sunday afternoon. But yeah, so there in the hospital, I had those 3, and when I left, I had a prescription as well for those 3 and the Colace, which is the stool softener. In the hospital, again, back to my labor and delivery bag, I only used diapers. I didn't use the mesh panties. I just found that the diapers were so much easier to put on and off and to change every time I used the bathroom. So yeah, it was just easier for me to use diapers, which I did, and I still am. My bleeding is really not that heavy. I know that they say with C-sections you tend to bleed a little bit less. But yeah, so I am still bleeding. It's maybe, I guess everyone's period is different. I would say for me it's kind of like a normal period right now, where it was a little bit more heavy before, but it's still not super light, I don't think. But yeah, I am still bleeding. And as far as the pain medication goes, I am only taking Tylenol now, and I'm only taking it maybe like 3 times a day because the pain isn't really that bad. As far as sleeping goes, oh my gosh, my back hurt so bad for the first few days because I just didn't feel comfortable laying down. It really hurt my incision. So I was sitting up in the hospital the whole entire time, and obviously having to get her in and out of the bassinet. And then obviously having to get her in and out of the bassinet, that was difficult if I was laying down because I couldn't really use my abs to get myself up, and it was a hassle. That was annoying. And then it was also like that the first few days here at home. I do have the Halo bassinets, which has been amazing because it's so easy to just swivel her closer to me when I need her closer to me, especially during the middle of the night because, you know, I still want to be able to tend to her and feed her and change her diaper and things like that. So I was sitting propped up on my bed up until I want to say like yesterday or Thursday night was like the first night I actually slept normally, and I've been able to like kind of get up with no problem and not too much pain in the middle of the night to tend to her. So yeah. Let's see. So I talked about the pain medication. I'm only taking Tylenol now. I didn't even get the ibuprofen, the oxy prescription refilled. Like I didn't get it filled at all just because I felt like I didn't need it. I only got the ibuprofen, the Colace, and the Tylenol, which all of those are over the counter. So that's what I've been using for pain since being home. I have not been able to breastfeed. Turns out that she has a little bit of a tongue tie, and it has made her difficult to latch. I was attempting to the first few days, and my nipples just got so cracked, so sore. I saw the lactation consultant in the hospital. She said that everything looks good. She said that baby, you know, is latching well, but I couldn't. And it really, again, I'm gonna go into my labor and delivery and kind of like feelings on postpartum video separately, but it was really hard for me to have to supplement with formula for a few days. I actually only supplemented for like 1.5 days, and then my milk came in, and I decided to exclusively pump, which is what I've been doing for the past 3 or 4 days. So I am pumping every 2 to 3 hours, about 15 minutes, both breasts. And as of right now, I'm only making enough to kind of like feed her. So I'm only making about 2 to 2.5 ounces like combined. But that's definitely enough for her. And so far it's been going really, really good. So even though she's being bottle fed, she is being bottle fed breast milk, which at least that I'm really happy about. Her first appointment was that Monday. So I gave birth on Friday. Her doctor's appointment was on Monday, and she had dropped from 5 pounds 12 ounces when she was born to 5 pounds 5 ounces, which the doctor said was not a lot, but because like I said, she wasn't latching, she wasn't getting enough milk, we had to end up supplementing and all of that. I had a re-weigh-in at 2 days later. So on Wednesday I went back and she was up to 5 pounds 10 ounces, which is amazing. She has been pooping a lot, peeing a lot. She's just like smiling. She's so cute, I can't. She's just been pooping a lot, peeing a lot. She's been smiling a lot, like just smiling in her sleep, and it's the cutest thing ever, and I can't get enough of her. As far as my belly goes, I obviously am not flat. I I only did gain, I want to say about 25 to 27 pounds throughout the whole entire pregnancy, and only like 5 of those pounds were baby. So between like amniotic fluid and everything, I would say I probably gained like maybe 15 something pounds extra. Obviously I do have a couple more stretch marks. That's perfectly okay. And I am gonna go ahead and show you guys my belly. So let's do that belly shot really quick, and then I will show you guys baby girl. So this is my belly. 1 week postpartum. As you can see, my stretch marks are a lot more prominent. You can kind of see the scarring down there. I'm not flat, but my stomach has gone down a lot. I kind of have like back fat and stuff. That's okay. Alright, so that is my belly 1 week postpartum. I'm feeling really good. I'm going to the bathroom every single day, which has been really, really nice. I'm so grateful that I'm not constipated. Blood flow has been pretty, regular. It hasn't been anything too excessive. But again, I was a C-section and not a vaginal delivery, so I don't know what someone who is having a vaginal delivery can expect as far as like the blood loss and everything. But yeah, pain is going good at 1 week. C-section recovery. I'm able to get up, bend down. If I'm laying down, I can get up and it's not super painful. So yeah. You guys ready to meet her? She's so cute. So this is baby Iris. Look at her, so precious. She was born with a full head of hair. She was born with a full head of hair. I absolutely can't. She is so perfect. So beautiful. Her cry is the most precious thing in the world. Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying, I can't. But yeah, even though things didn't go the way that I wanted them to, I'm grateful that she's here safe. I'm grateful that she's healthy. I'm grateful that I'm safe and that I'm healthy and that I'm able to take care of her for the rest of our lives. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to have like monthly updates for her, I'd be more than happy to make those videos. I feel like weekly is just too much. I'll probably do updates for me up until like 1 month, just so that you guys can see my progress on C-section recovery and maybe like take some pictures so that I can show you like the before and the after, like the sutures and stuff like that. I actually didn't take any pictures of the first week, but I guess I can start today and show you guys what the incision looks like and all of that. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video, which is probably going to be my labor and delivery vlog. Well, I'm sorry, not my labor and delivery vlog because I didn't vlog it, but my labor and delivery story. And yeah, see you guys in my next video. Bye.